I can make a ton of money without getting my teaching degree.
How?
I've been offered a great job, high wages, 3 times what I would make as a teacher.
Are you sure? What kind of work? And where?
My uncle is a contractor. His company is contracted to build office buildings in Indonesia's new capital city in East Kalimantan. He wants me to work for him there.
Well, it seems like a good offer. But what about finishing university and getting your teaching degree? What a shame to neglect getting your degree for a good job. Even though you'll make a lot of money, just one more year and you will have your degree. Haven't you always dreamed of being a teacher?
Yes, but a teacher's income is so small, not enough to buy a house, a car, and put my children in good schools once I have a family. This is a great opportunity. I need to let my uncle know by the end of the month if I want the job.
Well, that gives you time to carefully consider his offer. Don't be too quick in making this decision. You need to pray and ask Allah for guidance. I will pray for you too.
Thanks. Allah commands us Muslims. Pray to me, and I will show you the best path.
Fachri, what has been your life goal since you were a small child?
I have always wanted to be a teacher like my father and grandfather. I have always liked teaching.
In my opinion, it's not a good idea to sacrifice your lifelong dream just to make a lot of money. Don't do something now that you will regret later.
I understand, but isn't the first responsibility of a husband to provide for the well-being of his family?
Fachri, it's difficult to be a good husband and father if you are not happy in your work. For example, my husband worked for a time in the export-import business. Every day he came home unhappy because he hated his work. Once he started working in the bank, he was at peace and had more time for his family.
Thank you all for spending time with me and giving me much to think about.
Certainly. I always have time for you and Rini. You are two of my favorite people.
I am still not certain about leaving university and working for my uncle.
When I was praying for you a couple of days ago, a verse from the Injil came to mind. The verse contains the words of Prophet Isa just a few hours before he was crucified. Rini, would you please help me by reading from the Injil, the Gospel of John chapter 17 verse 4.
I have brought you glory on the earth by completing the work you gave me to do.
In this matter, Prophet Isa is a good example for Fachri. He focused on finishing the work God gave him to do.
What work was that?
500 years earlier, the great prophet Isaiah foretold that Allah would send Isa to earth to die as a sacrifice for the sins of the world. Isa al-Masih came to bear the punishment for our sins so that we could be saved from eternal punishment. Isa was diligent in completing the work Allah called him to, that is dying on the cross for mankind.
Just like Prophet Isa, Allah has a special work for each of us.
Fachri, if you feel Allah wants you to be a teacher, don't sacrifice your calling just for money.
Mrs. Christina is correct. Although a teacher's salary is low, it's more important to complete the work God has planned for you.
I really don't like administrative work. Since I was a child, I always dreamed of being a teacher. Also, I don't want to move from the island of Java to another island, far from my parents. Following Prophet Isa's example and doing the work Allah has planned for me might be the right choice. Isa al-Masih said he would complete the work Allah called him to do, even if it meant dying on a cross. I hope my uncle won't be too disappointed and understand why I cannot work for him and why I must finish my degree.